channel. If you are new here, hi honey. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? Because we're trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers, okay? I have faith in us. We can do it. Go ahead, girl. Hit that button, honey. Hit that button. And if you are returning, I want to thank you so much for rocking with me. I really appreciate it, y'all. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Judging by the title, you guys already know what this video is about. But if you do not, make sure you go watch my video where I talked about me entering nursing school. I'm gonna link it somewhere up here. So yeah, make sure you watch that, honey, because you gotta be caught up. You gotta know what's going on with the girl, okay? So we're gonna talk about how I passed my TEAS test the first time I took it. I actually got a 74. I feel like I could have did way better on the test, but the thing is, y'all, I decided to take this test last minute, okay? So that means I studied last minute. So I crammed the night before and I ended up with a 74, which is not bad, but I feel like I could have got a better score if I didn't cram. So yeah, don't cram, sis. Don't cram. Don't do that. I wouldn't recommend it. Some people don't work well under pressure. Don't do it. So I'm gonna tell you guys the resources I used. How did I study? I'm gonna tell you guys all that good information. I'm gonna include links, everything. I'm not stingy. So if you want to see all that, make sure you stay tuned. All right, so first let's talk about the TEAS test. The TEAS test is the exam you have to take to be considered for getting accepted into a nursing school. It's like an entrance exam, you know, like a usual exam you have to take when you enter college or like a community college. They see what level you're on. Well, this one actually determines if you're going to be accepted or not into the nursing program. And certain schools have certain requirements. I scored way above my school's requirements, thank God, because yeah, I was so nervous about that. The TEAS test is broken into 4 categories, and the categories are reading, math, science, and English. So the way that it was explained to me by the proctor of my entrance exam was, if I do not do as well on one of the categories, I have the other 3 to rely on to help boost my score up higher. So if you know what you're good at, I would mainly focus on what you're not good at, because you already know the basics. I would focus more on, like, say for science, like I mainly studied science because I was extremely worried about that part. Math, I'm comfortable with math and reading, and the English part is what got me. But I'm gonna tell you guys about that. So the main thing I studied was the science part, because I haven't took science in forever and I was just nervous about that. I don't like chemistry. I didn't know what was going to be on there. So yeah, I made sure I studied science wherever I can find. I studied it. The TEAS test actually has biology and chemistry on it. So yeah, guys, that's something to consider. So now for the part that y'all all been waiting for. What resources did I use to study? Now the first one I'm going to talk about. When I found out I was taking the TEAS test, I don't know why, but for some reason I ran to TikTok. Like, I just feel like TikTok is the new Google. So I found a girl on there. Her name is Nurse Sam, and she really advertised her products. So I said, you know what? Let me try it out, you know. And she also a sister, so I had to, you know, support the Black-owned businesses. And y'all, when I tell you, I do not regret buying her book. And it's actually not that expensive, and plus she also have a lot of promos going on. Sometimes you can catch her when she have deals. But yeah, guys, I loved this book. It came in the digital form, but I actually got mine printed out. But I'm gonna put mine in the screen next to you, the digital form. So yeah, it's good if you're like a visual learner. It has a lot of colors in it. It's just fun. Like, one of the things is called Slay Anatomy. Like, come on now. Like, I think that's so cute. So I definitely used her resources to study. She talked about everything. She broke everything down, and the things that she did not break down, she included as like things you may know. So, and I'm looking at my phone now, guys. I'm looking at the ebook on my phone. The things that she did not include, like that she did not go into details about, she listed it as terms to know. So what I did with the terms to know, I made flashcards and I studied everything she talked about. She broke it down. It was so colorful, and she even left like some blank spaces for you to like fill it in, like, you know, to go back and test your knowledge, which I really appreciate that. Like, everything was themed. It's colorful, it's beautiful, it's fun. I'm that type of learner, so I feel like I really do owe me passing the nursing exam mostly to Nurse Sam's ATI, and I don't even think I said what it's called, but it's called the ATI TEAS bundle. It's what I purchased on her website. I really highly recommend you guys, especially if you're a visual learner. Like, you're gonna pass with this, okay? You're gonna pass. The name of Nurse Sam's book, I should mention that right, is Nursing School Entrance Exam ATIT study bundle. So that's what I purchased. It was so organized. I highly, like, I cannot say, I feel like I keep saying this, but I highly recommend it, guys. Really, I highly do. It's on sale for $39. It was $53 before, but now it's on sale. I'm telling you guys, you can always catch a sale with her. And I will also recommend that you guys follow her on Instagram. It's at the Nurse Sam. She do like live sometimes where she'll do questions or study session for the TEAS test. So I highly recommend that you guys follow her too. You can tell when somebody just really love what they do. She's an LPN. Like, I'm aspiring to be an LPN. So when I found her Instagram and her TikTok, I'm like, yo, this is meant to be. Like, it's just meant to be. So I would highly recommend that you guys check her out. Another thing that I highly recommend is practice. Okay, so I used I had like at least 3 practice tests. The first one, the one that I found first was a TEAS test app on my phone. So I downloaded that, and it just gives you so many questions, y'all. And it's just random questions, and it tells you how your progress is going. It makes plans for you, like today's plan. It says 0 out of 98, and then it tells you like your percentage as like your passing rate. So I highly recommend that TEAS test app. It's very organized, and it's just a bunch of random questions testing your knowledge. And if you don't get it right, it explains to you, so that's a good thing. Sorry y'all if y'all hear kids in the background. Some of the kids just got off the school bus. But another resource that I use was nursehub.com. It's a free website, and it gives you different test questions, and it was broken down into sections like TEAS math, TEAS science, TEAS English, TEAS reading. So I highly recommend that you guys check that out too. It's completely free. Yeah, just nurses looking out for each other, I guess. I'm so happy I found that website. And this one is completely random, but I'm an Etsy seller. Well, I was an Etsy seller. I took a break once I started nursing school. But something in my mind said, Jaz'Men, look on Etsy. Y'all, let me tell y'all. I found this Etsy seller. Her name is Study Groovin'. She have over 1,000 sales, y'all. So clearly people has been using this for their TEAS test. And the one that I purchased was called the TEAS Test Study Guide, 50 plus pages. Say guaranteed plus 90 score. Detailed notes, questions that helped me. So basically it's somebody else's notes, I guess, that helped them study for the exam. So this thing includes definitions, and it's also broken down into sections. And I'm sorry I keep looking down because I'm looking at my phone. It includes math, science, all type of stuff, and then it gives you science questions. So that really helped me because it was a lot of science questions. Let me see. Yeah, it was a lot of science questions. It's over 50 science questions. So that really helped me get more of an understanding or get more comfortable answering science questions on the test. And then after that, she gives you a question bank, or he or she. After that, the seller provided a question bank also. So it would be like, what's spelled correctly? You know, that's something that would be on a test. Reading comprehension questions. So you would read the passage that she gave you, and then you'll have to answer questions about it. So very much so like the test. That's going to be on the test also. You're going to have to read a passage, and then you have to answer questions about it. It's timed. I feel like that's what made me nervous because I kept looking at the time. So that's why I didn't do that well on the reading and English part, because I just kept looking at the time. And she also gives you math questions, different type of math questions. And there's some more science questions provided on this question bank. So I would highly recommend that you guys check that Etsy seller out. Like I said, her name is Study Grooving, and I'm going to list everything down in the description box. Alright, so here are my other recommendations that don't have anything to do with how I studied for the TEAS test. Well, one recommendation that I highly recommend is that you get flashcards. Flashcards help me so much. I'm more of like a repetition type of learner. I have to do things over and over again. So if you're like that, I highly recommend flashcards. And another thing, focus on what you know that you're probably not going to score well at. That's what I did with the science, and I scored extremely high on the science. If you already know math, like, don't get me wrong, glimpse over the resources that I provided to you. But if you're familiar with it, don't waste your time with that. Study the science part, because chemistry, I don't know who, well, some people just know chemistry, but that's not me. So I had to make sure that I studied that chemistry part. And plus, everybody's not good at math, so make sure you study math. And then some of the English things I did have to brush up on, because I haven't heard some of this stuff since I was in elementary school, so yeah, they take it way back, y'all, like all the way back. Also, y'all, make sure you pay attention to your time when you're reading. I don't want to say this, but don't take your time reading, okay? Make sure you read and understand what's going on, but don't read slow, because that time is ticking, okay? And then you gotta answer questions about what you just read. So I would highly recommend that you watch your time and do not take forever reading that passage that's provided on that ATITs test, because girl, you do not want your time to run out. Ain't nobody got time for that. And excuse my voice, y'all, I'm kind of getting a little sick. Utilize your scrap paper, okay? Remember conversions, whatever conversion that comes to your mind, or study it right before you go inside, and so you can memorize it, and as soon as you get inside, write it down, okay? Write them conversions down, because it's a possibility, you know, that might be on your test. The tests are completely random, so you can't really know like what's exactly going to be on your test, but remember them conversions. Write down the equation for Fahrenheit and Celsius, you know. Another thing I recommend that you remember is, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for how you solve equations. Yeah, because they be trying to trick you with that. Do them parentheses first, sis. Do it first. Don't say I ain't tell you nothing, okay? Do them parentheses first. All right, y'all, I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you are taking the TEAS test, I'm speaking it to an existence. You're gonna pass, okay? You're gonna pass. Breathe. Remember all the resources I told you guys. Make sure you check them out. Remember your flashcards. Relax. When you're reading, read with speed, okay? Because that time is clicking. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.